Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again. I have a vocabulary test video for you today. It has been a while since I last made such a video, and I think you will find this one particularly useful because we're going to look at 9 advanced phrases to help you sound like a native speaker. For each phrase or word, I'll give you a sentence with a blank space, and your job is to choose the answer that seems most appropriate. I will also provide definitions and examples of the expressions we'll cover. Let's get to it. Question 1. Some stakeouts, recessions, pet peeves, silver linings make perfect sense, such as being annoyed with people who leave food splattered inside the microwave. Pet peeves will be the right pick for this sentence. A peeve is an annoyance, and a pet peeve is an annoyance that is nurtured like a pet. It's something you can never resist complaining about. In other words, a pet peeve is a particular thing that bugs you every time. There are many kinds of pet peeves like littering, misusing punctuation, driving slowly in the fast lane, or talking during movies. If something like that drives you crazy, or you have to yap about it, it's a pet peeve. What are some of your pet peeves? Share them down below. Question 2. Our disagreement boils down, drips down, comes up, skyrockets to this. I just can't stand scary movies, and you love them. Our disagreement boils down to this. That's a great expression to use. In cooking, to boil down means to cook something until very little liquid is left, which is why you can also use this phrase when something is the essential element. So when you boil something down, you get to its essence. For example, you can say to your language teacher, "The need to sound like a native speaker boils down to why I take these lessons." Or it all boils down to your personal preferences. Question 3. You aced your midterms, but you shouldn't. Rest on your elbows, rest on your knees, rest on your laurels, rest on your back. You must hit the books immediately and prepare for your finals. You aced your midterms, but you shouldn't rest on your laurels. To rest on your laurels is an idiom which means that you become so satisfied and comfortable with what you achieve that you stop making an effort. You just relax and do nothing. And it usually has a negative connotation, so resting on your laurels is not really good. This idiom originates from the distant past, when in ancient Greece, victorious athletes were presented with laurel wreaths to wear. These laurel wreaths were, and still are, signs of great accomplishment, unless you start resting on them. By the way, this phrase continues to have significant relevance in the sports world. People might tell you, "Yeah, you may have won the World Cup, but don't rest on your laurels." If you have been mastering English for quite some time already and feel that your level is strong upper, intermediate, or advanced, don't rest on your laurels. Join our course From Advanced to Proficiency that will allow you to take your English to a whole new level. This course is designed for students who feel they're stuck and cannot move forward, as well as for those who want to hone their productive skills, such as speaking and writing. If you dream about being eloquent in English, or writing academic papers and essays, or want to get stellar scores in the language exams, this is the course for you. We will analyze essays together, work on synonyms, explore mistakes at the proficiency level, and master a specific vocabulary for topics such as business, marketing, technology, healthcare, and many others. During this course, you will browse Harvard courses, design an advertisement, write your own story, and learn a lot about American culture. Also, if you want more support, get the Master Guru package and enjoy our cozy Telegram chat where you can exchange essays with your peers, ask questions, and share audio recordings to hone your speaking skills. The first class is about to start, so jump on in using the link down below. Question 4. His demeanor is calm and somewhat fickle, aloof, agitated, impatient. Since he was calm, he couldn't be agitated or impatient at the same time. He was calm and aloof. When you are aloof, you are emotionally distant, like sometimes in a cool way, like the cool kid is cool, or cold and snobby. And in this case, the word has a negative connotation. Someone who is aloof isn't warm or friendly. Instead, such people are distant or reserved. You know, that emotionally cold and detached fellow who keeps to himself, drinking coffee, reading French philosophy, that would best be described as aloof. Question 5. Habits endure, but tastes are fickle, ingenuous, prosaic, ineffable. Remember, we had the word fickle in the previous question. Well, in this one, it will be the right answer. A fickle person is the one who changes their opinion easily and suddenly. Simply put, they change their mind so much you cannot rely on them. If your best friend suddenly decides that she doesn't like you one week, and then the next week she wants to hang out again, she's being fickle. Question 6. Choose the sentence where the expression low-key is used incorrectly. His wedding was a low-key event with no press present. Her storytelling style is low-key. He's low-key freaking me out. I achieved low-key results in my finals. The last sentence is wrong, as such collocation as low-key results simply does not exist. However, the previous 3 options are totally correct and represent 3 primary meanings of the expression low-key. First of all, a low-key event is like a quiet event without a great show of excitement. His wedding was a low-key event with no press present. It was probably some family gathering without too much fuss. Low-key can also mean something that is not elaborate and lacks details. Her storytelling style is low-key. This means that she does not elaborate on what happens. Finally, low-key can also mean to some extent. He is low-key freaking me out. He's freaking me out to some extent, not completely. Question 7. Football fans can be very fickle sometimes. They might worship a player one day and lambast, praise, lavish, relinquish him the next. We already know that fickle people are those who change their opinion fast. So if they worship a player one day, they will probably loathe or despise him the next. The word lambast means to criticize someone a lot, so it means to be the best pig here. I can say his first novel was well and truly lambasted by the critics. They lambasted his proposal. Question 8. If you describe something as scrumptious, quarrelsome, deranged, monotonous, you'd probably like to eat every last crumb. Scrumptious is extremely tasty, so it is the right answer. Remember that scrumptious has a P after the M, even though you cannot often hear it when the word is spoken. I can say, "Can I have another slice of the scrumptious pie?" Question 9. I'm not really sure how to clamp down on, ramp up, iron on, come across the romance. This is actually the line that Katniss says to Haymitch when he wants her to put on a show and play the star-crossed lovers routine in the Hunger Games. She says, "I'm not really sure how to ramp up the romance." The phrasal verb to ramp up means to increase or strengthen. For instance, to ramp up the security at the airport. In this example, she wants to say that she's not sure how to make their relationship seem more romantic. We can also use it in business by saying, "We need to ramp up production to meet demand." Now, the best way to remember these words is for you to think of some contexts when you, in particular, can use these expressions. Think of your pet peeves, or reminisce about the time when you rested on your laurels. Maybe you have fickle or aloof friends, or maybe they're not friends at all, but you're colleagues at work or peers at college. Anyway, it all boils down to forming an emotional connection with the words if you want to remember them and actively use them on a regular basis. Also, don't forget to write the millionaire down below if you got all the answers right. I'll see you all very soon in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.